double check. Downtown Cedar Rapids is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Semifinal Wednesday. We have played 5 classes worth of quarterfinals over the last 2 days to set up all of the semifinals to be played today, and we will crown champions of volleyball tomorrow on our on Iowa Public Television. Good friends of ours over at Iowa Public Television. We'll have all the championship games tomorrow. My name is Sarah Negestel. I'll be on the call here for the next 2 games here on court number 1. Jamie Brockman is along the way as well. He will do color today. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Good to be back here in the arena. Early start. Long day of volleyball once again. And I tell you what, the quarterfinals were something to see. There were several great matches, a lot of 5-set thrillers, and now we get into the semifinals. Now it's really starting to get real for these girls because one more win and you're just that much closer to being a state champion.
And our matchup today, both of these schools have been state champions before in volleyball. It's the Cedar Falls Tigers and the Johnston Dragons. Johnston comes in at 28-11 overall. Cedar Falls, on the other hand, they are having a great year at 31-8. Both of them picking up quarterfinal victories. It came a little easier for Cedar Falls. I guess maybe easier, not quite the word I should use. Is they had a tough match there with Johnston, with Dowling, but they got them 3-0 fashion. Johnston, on the other hand, they're the number 8 seed. They defeated the number 1 overall team, Iowa City Liberty, in the quarterfinals to get here to the semifinals.
Yeah, there were a couple 8 seeds that gave 1 seeds a run, but Johnston is the only 8 seed that actually advanced in this tournament. So big, it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back here in the semifinals coming off a big win like that. You enter the tournament as an 8 seed and you knock off the number 1 seed. That is a big task, obviously. For Cedar Falls, their 23rd time here being in school history, their 7th straight time here. Johnston, their first time back. It's their 6th in school history. Or sorry, not their 6th in school history, but it is their 10th time here at the state tournament, first since 2015. So tournament tested wise, Cedar Falls has the advantage there, but Johnston is a Des Moines Metro School 5A. They play toughest competition in the state year round. I think both teams are going to be ready today.
And for Johnston, they had to win back-to-back matches over Iowa City Liberty to upset the number 1 team. They won the first set 25-21. They then lost the middle 2 sets to Iowa City Liberty 17-25, 17-25. They came back and won in extras in the 4th set 26-24. They were down 23-20 in that 4th set. They were 2 points away from elimination. They outscored them 6-1. Iowa City Liberty was outscored by Johnston 6-1 in the 4th set. And then in the 5th set, they were down 13-12. So again, they were 2 points away from elimination, and they ended up outscoring Iowa City Liberty 3-2 there in the final 2 sets to beat Iowa City Liberty. So not only did they upset the number 1 overall team, but they had to come back to upset the number 1 overall team in those matches.
Yeah, they earned their trip to this semifinal today for sure. Twice back to the wall, and it just shows you the fight that Johnston has in them. And that's what the state tournament's all about. Teams don't come here just to play and enjoy a few hours in Cedar Rapids. They come here to win. Johnston did that, and credit to the coaches to keep the girls focused and get them regrouped and everything in situations like that. Twice to come back from behind to get here today, pretty amazing.
Yeah, without a doubt. And then you look at a Cedar Falls team that is making their 23rd appearance. They have 2 titles this decade, as they had a title in 17 and a title in 2019, and a very one of those traditional power teams. We get used to seeing them 7 straight years. We have had this Cedar Falls team in the Class 5A field. That's almost a decade worth of 5A volleyball that has seen the Cedar Falls Tigers always here.
Yeah, Cedar Falls is a powerhouse program, to say the least, year after year after year. They don't rebuild, they just reload year to year. And I'm sure there's some young girls up in the stands today or maybe back home watching that in a few years are going to be here as well, because this time of year Cedar Falls just has their reservation stamped. and they get here year after year after year. And as you look across the tournament field, all 5 classes, that's kind of the way it is. It seems to be a lot of the same schools get here year after year after year. Cedar Falls, though, is one of the best.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We have number 8 Cedar Falls number 8 Johnston taking on Cedar Falls when we come back here. The IGHSAU State Volleyball Champions. More next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Wakey, wakey. New coffee at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey. Ooh, new breakfast at Casey's. Huh? Hey! Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast, featuring delicious on-the-go sandwiches like the signature handheld wrapped in our made-from-scratch dough. And get a new bean-to-cup coffee for just $1 with your hot breakfast purchase.
Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
Back to Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. We're about to see the number 4 seed. Cedar Falls defeated Dowling Catholic in straight sets, but the third set, the other thing to note about that, the third set in that matchup with Dowling was 30-28. And I talked to Coach Johnson afterwards. I said, how key was it for you guys to win in that third set? Because volleyball is such a momentum game. If they push it to a fourth set, they win that third set, push it to a fourth set, you never know what might have happened.
No, absolutely. And, 30-28, I mentioned they worked for it. They earned it to get here. That's a tough win right there, 30-28. You played, obviously, several extra points, and I'm sure each team had at least 2 set points there and a chance to win it and then would side out. And just exciting time for Johnston, for sure.
Let's go downstairs for today's introductions.
And your 5A semifinal matchup here in Court 2 features the Ankeny Hawks and the Pleasant Valley Spartans. It's now time to introduce the players and coaches for today's 5A semifinal. First of all, for the Ankeny Hawks, here are your non-starters. Number 3, Hannah Bear. Number 5, Sydney Hodap. Number 11, Tana Crouch. Number 13, Parker Olsen. Number 15, Ava.
Back here on court number 1, they're going to do introductions on court number 2 first. Let's take a look at the roads to state. How did these two teams get here to Cedar Rapids in the first place? As we mentioned, Cedar Falls, 31-8 on the year. They have the number 4 overall seed. Matt Johnston, 8 years here at Cedar Falls, 7 state tournament teams and 2 championships for Matt Johnston. They defeated Dowling Catholic in the quarterfinals, and it has been a great year for Katie Remmert. She had 16 kills, 2 aces versus Dowling in the quarterfinal matchup. And for Johnston, the Dragons, 28-11 overall. They are the number 8 seed. Rick Brooks is the head coach. They defeated Iowa City Liberty in the quarterfinals, the number 1 overall seed. And it is all about Dasha Shvedashev, 16 kills, 4 aces versus Iowa City Liberty. We're going to call Shvedashev's name all day long here, as she is going to be a dominant force for the Johnston Dragons, and she is going to need to play really well for them to have a chance in this game.
Oh yeah, they're going to lean on her a lot. You're going to hear her name a lot today for sure. Big players step up at big times. That's what we're going to see today all day long is team leaders. They're going to step up and do everything they can to send their team to the championship round. A couple interesting notes about Cedar Falls. Power programs get a lot of notice, and Cedar Falls has had 8 players commit to Division I volleyball programs in the last 5 seasons. You talked about the success of their coach. Another interesting note is the dads of a couple of these players are athletic guys as well. The dads of Paige Pop and Grace Hannum. Their dads are Ryan and Bryce. Both played in the NFL. Of course, Bryce Pop was a standout at UNI years ago. I grew up in Carroll, Iowa, over in the western part of the state. I'm very, very familiar with Bryce Pop and his career in high school at UNI and then on to the NFL. And his daughter is a big part of this team. So athletic families and just tremendous. I mean, the accolades this Cedar Falls program has over the years is just second to none.
Yeah, and you mentioned we've seen all the athletes that have come from Cedar Falls. A couple of them that just come off the top of my head. Acacia Brown from a couple years ago. She was quite the player. There just has been some really good players for Cedar Falls, and more of them. They have the setter on this team, Nohe Mahi. She had 2 sisters that both played on this team. Both have been sisters, so she is the 3rd sister to be the setter for Cedar Falls on this team.
Love stories like that.
Yeah.
Love stories like that. And, she's obviously the youngest of the 3, and the other 2, I'm sure they go back and forth every once in a while. Well, we did this. We did this. What are you going to do,
Right.
And, all she's going to do is try to move on to the championship today.
Yep, and Taya was a state champion with Cedar Falls in 2017. Let's go downstairs for today's introductions on Court 1.
Players in today's semifinal matchup on court number 1. First, for the Johnston Dragons. Number 2, Alyssa Miner. Number 9, Callie Scooter. Number 10, Ava Smithson. Number 12, Jaden Thompson. Number 14, Allison Roden. Number 19, Maeve Raymond. Number 28, Sydney Kinney. And number 30, Natalie Gard. The assistant coaches for the Dragons are Lacey Fulton and Abby Woodside. Now let's meet the starters for the Dragons. A 5'11" senior, number 3, Mia Anderson. A 5'9" senior, number 6, Dasha Svedashev. A 5'11" sophomore, number 15, Ava Helming. A 5'11" sophomore, number 18, Josie Punt. A 5'10" senior, number 22, Maren Rasmussen. A 5'9" junior, number 23, Molly Trokta. And the libero, a 5'7" sophomore, number 1, Ella Smithson. Head coach for the Dragons is Rick Brooks. And now let's meet the Cedar Falls Tigers. Number 1, Summer Halser. Number 3, Lainey Nielsen. Number 4, Lauren Vlasic. Number 11, Piper Frost. Number 13, Olivia Blake. Number 16, Paige Pop.
6.
And number 17, Kaya Bradfield. Your assistant coaches for the Tigers, Adam Timmons, Bailey Epling, Morgan Rutherford, and Lizzie Gifford. And now let's meet the starters for the Tigers. A 5'8" junior, number 2, Nohea Mahi. A 5'6" senior, number 8, Sarah Alma. A 5'10" junior, number 9, Devin Van Dyke. A 6-foot freshman, number 10, Grace Hannum. A 6-foot senior, number 12, Olivia Smothers. A 5'11" junior, number 15, Katie Rimmer. And the libero, a 5'7" senior, number 7, Olivia Bronner. Head coach for the Tigers is Matthew Johnson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our officials for our match on court 1. Referee number 1, Tony Vandegrift. Referee number 2, Ed Oliver. And your line judges, John Becker and Stan Wisniewski. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please join us and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament volleyball.
Back courtside as we get set for the 4-seed Cedar Falls and the 8-seed Johnston here on court number 1. There's the Johnston Dragons. And before we get started, Jamie, what are some of the keys to this game?
Well, I've been saying all tournament long, it's the little things that make big differences this time of year. Obviously, both these teams are good. Obviously, both these teams are loaded with big-time players. You got to do the little things, though. If you get scored on, you can't let it get you down. If the other team goes on a 2-3-point run, you gotta shake it off, keep playing. You got to serve receive well, obviously. That initial serve receive pass up to the center is huge because that sets up your attack. And then, obviously, both teams are going to go on runs. You just got to withstand it, stay focused, come back. It's the little things that make the difference, and maybe putting that little extra in the tank and making that big play to dig up a ball that normally might get down on you. I think those are going to be the big things today that make differences on both sides of the net.
Well, along with good volleyball teams, we have got some great student sections on hand. The Cedar Falls student section, of course, you're only about an hour away, has actually migrated into the top section over there. They have
it wraps around.
Yeah,
too.
It wraps around and up into the top section. Cedar Falls has a lot of students here, and they are going to be loud, but don't count Johnston out. They've been pretty loud as well on their student section. It'll be number 23, the setter, Molly Trocta, that will get us started. We are underway with the 8 seed and the 4 seed. One of these teams will play for a state championship tomorrow right back here in Cedar Rapids with just one court, and Johnston's going to start with the first point.
That's a kill for number 15.
Ava Helming from the right side was able to get the first point for the Dragons. That's a good sign for Johnston because they, I was talking with Coach Brooks before the match today, and one of the biggest things is obviously they want to come and prove that last week was not, earlier this week was not just a fluke.
Nice tip in the middle there by Cedar Falls. You don't always have to tattoo the ball to get a point. Yeah. She just barely tipped that over with her fingertips, just enough.
Just a little bit of a finesse shot. It'll be Olivia Ronner who will serve now for the Cedar Falls Tigers, and good job. Great job by Johnston, able to keep that one alive, and a block up front. Who's going to battle for this point?
A lot of good net play here on this point.
Track just sets it up. They're going to go to the left side, and it goes long. Wide open there for Johnston as Helming just tried to lay it over the net. There was nobody there, but she sent it just a bit long.
So running down that ball deep in the backcourt by the curtain, getting it back, getting a return, that's some of the little things I'm talking about. Johnston didn't get that point, but things like that will add up and make a difference.
They weren't able to get it to the setter, Trocta, unable to pass it to their setter, so they had a free ball for Cedar Falls. Again, unable to get it to the setter. Coach Johnson wanted 4 hits, and the official will agree. It'll be a 4-hit on Johnston. The ball will go to Cedar Falls. Coach Johnston was right on top of that. He got up immediately and said, "That's 4, that's 4."
Yeah, so did their principal, Jason Wedgbury, who's right behind the bench, and I'll talk about him in a second. I know Principal Wedgbury pretty well.
There's Shevchenko for the first time with an attack. They're going to go back to her, and she's able to find her first kill of the afternoon. That's Dasha Shevchenko. We're going to be calling her, and now she's going to go serve.
That was a big hit on the right side. So Principal Wedgbury at Cedar Falls, he was the wrestling coach at Oskaloosa, where I live, back in the early 2000s. And then went on to Cedar Falls, and now he's the principal. He's also a Big Ten wrestling official.
Wow.
Jason Wedgbury.
Big time. That point will go to the Tigers as it went out of bounds. They wanted a roofing call on Cedar Falls as Coach Brooks will talk with the R2. They wanted Cedar Falls to get a roofing call. The referees disagreed, and instead it goes out of bounds at Cedar Falls point, 4-2. Bronner will take. They're going to set in the middle. That's in. Great job in the back row by Smothers.
Good to see the middle playing strong.
Yeah, Olivia Smothers. That's what Cedar Falls is going to do today. They came into this tournament knowing that teams like to go to the outside, like to go to the right, they like to go to the left. They want to play on the outside. Cedar Falls came in with a different approach. We want to go to the middle. Right there, Johnston. They've been going to the outside, going to the outside, going to the outside. That one misses. 6-2 Tigers. Cedar Falls, after their quarterfinal win, I had a great chance to talk with a couple of the players after the win. They said, we are going to go to the middle. We're going to pound the middle, and that's what we're going to see from Cedar Falls. Trocto will set this one up, and it's in. Good job on the outside there by Punt.
Another one on the outside for Johnson. That time they went over to the left side. They've got some good outside hitters, but as you said, Cedar Falls, their plan is middle, 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 and if you can get good, strong play out of your middle, that's going to lead you a long way.
5'11" sophomore Josie Punt with the last kill. It was a big point for Johnston as Cedar Falls is going to come back and get another one. It's 7-4. And if you're Johnston, we talked about they had to come back a couple of times against Iowa City Liberty. They don't want to have to come back again in these matches. They want to play from ahead. Right now they trail by 4.
Katie Remmert with that last kill for Cedar Falls, 5'11" junior outside hitter.
And she will serve now, and had a good one, but Johnson able to return. It's going to go long. The Johnston fans thought that landed on the line.
It was close. It was very close, but it was right in front of the line judge.
And we have such great certified line judges and officials here at the state tournaments. The best we have to offer here in the semifinals and the finals. A lot of these officials that are line judging are R1s, R2s here in the semifinals will also be doing the championship games tomorrow. There's a big block for Cedar Falls. It'll be another point for the Tigers, and they're out tough here. Timeout Johnston. 9-3 the lead for the Cedar Falls Tigers. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
We are so much more
than an energy
championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. My name is Zarin Egestal, Jamie Brockman along with me as we have Cedar Falls, the 4 seed, taking on the 8 seed Johnston. The winner will play either Pleasant Valley or Ankeny, who are playing in the other semifinals for the state championship tomorrow. Ankeny is the defending state champions. Battle for it at the net. Cedar Falls will get a chance. Choctaw will set. Push to the back row. Can pancake save, and Cedar Falls keeps it alive. Great job there by the setter, Noha Mahi.
Now they're not going to get the point out of it, but that was a wonderful save to keep that ball alive and get a return by Cedar Falls. Unfortunately, the point didn't go their way.
Mahi, just incredible. She's the setter, and she gets the pancake save to keep that one alive, but it does turn into a Johnston point, 9-4. Johnston needed the point. Mahi will set. That one tapped over. And it'll turn into a Cedar Falls point.
Substitution for Cedar Falls, number 4.
A couple of IMT substitutions, and we'll have one of our substitutions, Vlasic, go back and serve.
Grace Hannum came back in up front as well for Cedar Falls, the 6-foot freshman in the middle. When you're a freshman and you're playing at this level, Class 5A at the state tournament, you're pretty special.
We got a collision in the bench. They kept it alive. Going over her chair in the bench was Katie Remmert, and then nobody was there to get it. Katie Remmert, I'm not sure if you saw that or not, but Katie Remmert flipped over a chair on her bench. They're replacing the chair now, getting it back in order, but she went into her bench to keep that ball alive.
And then she hustled to get back to her position there, but that's where that ball dropped. She was just a couple steps late because of the effort she gave the previous ball.
A's served by Josie Punt.
Number 18, punt.
For Johnston, but if you're Coach Matt Johnson, you would much rather that point be scored in the back row because you're hustling from your bench than that point just landing in your bench and moving on to the next one.
Absolutely. We've seen 2 or 3 great hustle plays already, and we're early in set number 1. Obviously, both these teams want to be playing tomorrow.
After Punt got an ace serve, she had his service error. Choctaw will set to Shvedesev, and it'll be a point for Johnston.
Olivia Bronner got her hands on it, but couldn't keep it in play for the Tigers.
Serve coming for Johnston. Freshly into the game for Cedar Falls. Van Dyke making a play, and that one is going to be tipped out of bounds. Johnston point, and here come the Dragons. After trailing through much of this first set, they're back to within 3.
That's one of the keys I said in the pregame is, you know, you're going to see some runs here. You can't you just got to shake it off and keep playing. Johnson's doing that.
That one's going to be set long.
Point, Dragons.
It'll be a point for the Dragons. They're back to within 2. Cedar Falls needs to side out here to make sure their lead doesn't completely evaporate. Well, Johnston is serving. Mahi will set in the middle. Great job. We talked about them going to the middle. They do with Grace Hannon, and she finds a kill.
And that's going to be there all day long in the middle for Cedar Falls. They time it perfect. The quick set there from the setter to the hitter. It's kind of all one motion, and when it's done right, it's pretty.
She's very skilled, but it helps to be a 6 foot as a freshman.
Yeah, it does.
Choctaw will set this one. There's just going to be a light tap of a free ball, and Hannum again Back-to-back kills for the freshman Hannum, and it's now 13-9.
She only had 66 kills entering the state tournament, but she's coming up big here in set number 1.
She came on late for Cedar Falls and into her freshman season, and she is playing like she's getting ready, obviously. Basically, well, there's a Shvedashev with a kill, but I mean, Hannum is back to Hannum. She's about into her sophomore year, so she's got to start playing like a sophomore, and she is.
Yeah, you started the season as a freshman. Now you're just an experienced player. But this is the state tournament. Everybody brings their A game.
Serve will go long. It'll be an error for Trachta. Point for the Tigers. It's a 4-point lead for Cedar Falls.
And, of course, as a freshman, she probably might grow a little bit yet, too. Already 6 foot.
Olivia Bronner will serve for Cedar Falls, and she makes a great dig. Can they keep it alive? They cannot. It was dug out by Bronner, and then Mahi just not able to.
Back to serve for Johnston.
Mahi and company not able to keep that one alive. Swedashev will go back to serve for Johnston. Mahi sets to the outside this time. Blocked. Battle for it. Lands on the Cedar Falls side. It'll go down as a kill for Helming.
Good battle there in the middle, right at the net on both sides. It came off the hands of Cedar Falls, rolled about 3 inches across the tape and dropped.
Swedashev will find an ace serve.
For Swedashev for the Dragons.
Swedashev not only doing it offensively, but also serving as well. Timeout. Cedar Falls, 1-point game, 14-13. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. 14-13 after Cedar Falls has had leads of 5 and 6 so far in this set. Here comes Johnston on a comeback train once again.
Well, this is a crucial part, I think, of this first set. Who's going to take control here, make a little bit of a run, and get some separation?
Swedashev will serve. She had an ace a moment ago, and it's going to be a slam dunk for Ava Helming, the two-hand slam. Talking with
15, Ava Helming.
One of our coaches yesterday, they teach that. That's what they would much rather you use the two hands in that situation. Much more controlled, much better. You can be quicker with one, but talking with a couple of coaches yesterday about that slam right there, they would much rather you use the two hands. Helming again with a strike.
She's just a sophomore, by the way, so a young one as well.
That's what we see on these two teams, both Cedar Falls and Johnston. They're going to have some players to try to get back here to Cedar Rapids again in the future, though both of them are hoping their stay in the city of Cedar Rapids does not end today. Battle for it at the net, going to be won by Johnston. Trachta will set it up and kept alive.
Nice return.
Great job there by Remmert. Here's a strike. That one sent long by Johnston's punt.
So Cedar Falls had the double block up there on the right side. She saw it. She had to put a little extra on it to try to clear that block, and the result, out of bounds.
Lainey Nielsen is an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. She will serve. Johnston will take. Remmert over. Mahi. Great set. Mahi gives it to Remmert, and Remmert smashes it.
That'll leave a mark. She hit that right at the hip. Nice kill there for Cedar Falls.
Remmert had 419 kills before coming here to the state tournament. And hello, that one's going 5 rows deep as Helming will send that. It's not 5 rows deep at your local high school gym. You have to go up quite a ways to even get to the stands here in Cedar Rapids and then go 5 or 6 rows deep.
Yeah, that ball came from Johnston, and there wasn't a Cedar Falls student in that section that wanted a souvenir. They threw it right back.
They threw it right back. Mia Anderson will set this one up. Mahi will set to the back row, not able to. That's a tough play there from the back row for Sarah Albaugh.
Yeah, it's tough to get those balls down on a back row attack. But good effort. Tied up 16-16.
Mia Anderson will serve once again. The set came back. Remmert is able to get it over. The pass was a little long for the setter to try to get an opportunity at it. Cedar Falls keeping this one alive. It hit the antenna. As you see the official waving the flag. That one might have almost landed on the line and in on the Johnston side, but it hit the antenna, and Johnston has the lead in this volleyball game.
What a fight by the Dragons.
For the first time, the Johnston Dragons have the lead. Ava Helming, Bronner takes for Cedar Falls. They're going to try to give it to Remmert. She takes. Shvedashev in front. There's a battle for it. Back to Remmert. What can she do with it? Blocked by Johnston. They did a great job with that. Bronner again, top defensive player for Cedar Falls as their libero. Bronner, Mahi to Remmert. It's in. Remmert comes right back for Cedar Falls and finds a point.
Nice hit right off the blocker's arms there by Remmert, the 5'11 junior. And this looks like it could be a very tight match. It's capable of going 5 here today.
And after the kill, Remmert will go back to serve for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Punt with an opportunity. She's going to get another one. That one trickles over the net. And Johnston will reset, and from the outside, there's Hasser.
Summer Halser, the 5'9 junior, with a big hit here on the left side.
Yeah, Halser does a great job just finding that arm, and she just hit it in off the arm and finds the kill.
Now Cedar Falls has the lead back, playing with it. Let's see if they can build.
Oh, man, that's a strike right down Broadway for Rasmussen.
Kill for Johnston, number 22, Maren Rasmussen.
Coming in to serve is Ava Smithson, a senior for Johnston.
She is an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Mahi will set in the middle, blocked by Johnston. Mahi trying to reset. Here come the Dragons again. Good job by Bronner. They wanted a double hit called on Johnston. They will not get it. The Cedar Falls bench all holding 2 in the air. And that one will come down on the Johnston side. Cedar Falls back in the lead, 19-18.
That double block of Cedar Falls is tough over on the right side. It's really causing problems for the Johnston hitters. They have to adjust. Even if they get it past them, they have to adjust. And it's working for Cedar Falls.
Vlasic will serve. A little bit of a jump serve over the net, taken in the back row. Smithson is the libero for the Dragons. Here's a chance. And that one is in. Greatly done there by Cedar Falls. As Mahi. And some of the Johnston fans are thinking that came down on their own side. Well, the thing is, Mahi just did a short little set and just tipped it over the net. It wasn't a big slam. And you hear the Johnston fans behind us saying that came down on Cedar Falls' side, but they gave Cedar Falls the point. It didn't. It came down on the Johnston side, but it looks like it came down on the Cedar Falls side because it was so well done.
Yeah, it did. Good net play, obviously, and tight one here. 2019 Tigers lead. Trying to add to it.
Sets, and that one's going to be sent long by Johnston. Rasmussen wound up on that one and just got a little bit too much of it.
Yeah, that's a break for Cedar Falls because their hit was mistimed and it almost rolled down her arm in the net. Just got enough of it, and then Johnson sent it back long.
21-19, Cedar Falls has weathered a storm from the Dragons and have themselves back up by 2. Mahi will set there to Hannum. This time they're going to go to the outside. Taken nicely by Johnston. Svedashev attacks, blocked by Hannum.
There's that big double block again over on the right side by the Tigers. And the 6-foot freshman, Hannum.
And Van Dyke was there as well. Timeout, Johnston, 3 points away. Cedar Falls is from set number 1, 22-19. More volleyballs next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids. There's the Johnston fans right now.
Doing the wave.
They're getting the whole stadium to do it. There it is. Getting the whole stadium inside here to do the wave.
Took a little bit to get it in form, but they got it down.
Oh, they got the whole way. And they're going to keep going. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the host of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships.
Are we supposed to join in on that?
I think we were supposed to. We missed it. But it's still going around the stadium. That's very cool. The first time this week, the last couple days, I've seen them get the wave to go around the entire stadium. Usually they can get it about halfway or maybe 3/4 of the way. They have not been able to get it around the entire stadium yet. That one's going to go long for Cedar Falls, and Johnston back to within 2.
Hauser tried to go cross court, just missed the line there.
Marin Rasmussen is in to serve for the Dragons. Mahi does get the set. It's blocked. Mahi will set to the outside this time, where Van Dyke was. Here comes Johnston, taken by Bronner. And that one a bit short for Cedar Falls, and the Dragons have brought it back. They were down by 3 out of that timeout. They scored back-to-back points. It's now just a 1-point game, 22-21. Mahi will set in the middle to Hannum, taken by Johnston. Svedashev will just shovel it over. Hannum again, and she finds the kill. So far, it's been the freshman, Hannum, who has dominated for the Cedar Falls Tigers.
So it's a 2-point game right now for Cedar Falls. Score 2 and move on to set number 2. That's the plan for the Tigers.
Sarah Allball is in. She will serve. Choctaw will set it up. It's going to be a point for Cedar Falls. Double hit called against Johnston, and it is set point for the 4 seed, the Cedar Falls Tigers. And the student section helping out the scoreboard operator by letting them know that there's only 1 more point needed, as Sarah Allball will send that one into the net. She was a little frustrated with herself. And now for the Dragons, you got the side out. You need 2 more points. You needed 3. You need a side out and 2 points. You got the side out, now you need 2 points.
Yeah, they need to take advantage of that. They can't afford to give it right back to
Mahi and Hannum trying to end it. No. Choctaw over to Helming and in. Helming finds her 5th kill of the set. It's a 1-point match. Timeout Cedar Falls, 24-23. Johnston needs the next point. Cedar Falls will win it with their next point. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. And we've got a tight one. At times it looked like Cedar Falls was going to run away with it. It looked like Cedar Falls was about to win it. And now Johnson says, not so fast, wait for us. Mahi
Chance to win it here for Cedar Falls.
Sets the Remmer. It goes long, and Remmer arguing with the line judge, saying that was on the line. The line judge says no, and we're tied at 24.
You got to shake that one off if you're Cedar Falls. We're going extra points here in set one.
We are going to extra points, and right now the momentum in the favor of the Johnston Dragons.
Oh, great recovery and return.
Svedashev able to keep it alive. Remmer trying to recover, and this time she says there is no doubt that is a point for the Cedar Falls Tigers, and they are now 1 point away again. Second match point here for the Cedar Falls Tigers.
Trouble on the serve receive.
Yeah, it's going to be a save for Johnston. They kept it alive somehow. Here's Remmer. Can she end it? Yes. 26-24. Katie Remmer was frustrated that she was not able to win it at 25-23. So what does she do? She comes back and scores 25 and 26 to win it for the Cedar Falls Tigers. More volleyball will come your way. Set number 2 next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
Back here to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. Fans, we want to let you know about Central College. They have you covered with career building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year, plus tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu since 1853. There's the Cedar Falls Tigers. They're getting set up for their second set. They won set 1, 26-24. Jamie, what's the key for Johnston to not let this go 2-0?
Oh, well, you can't beat yourself. That's one key. You got to try to eliminate mistakes. Tight matches like this, semifinals, a trip to the championship on the line, you can't afford silly mistakes like service errors. I mean, you're going to have one here and there, obviously, but I think they really need to concentrate on keeping the ball in play and just staying focused. Just play your game.
All right, Dragons and Tiger fans, we're ready for set 2.
Cedar Falls will serve first here in set 2. Pleasant Valley was able to beat Ankeny over the other semifinals. Ankeny is the defending state champions. We will have for sure one new finalist, as Iowa City Liberty was the runners-up last year. They fell in the quarterfinals of this Johnston team. Can Cedar Falls save this? Remmer, yes. No.
Returned out of bounds, but again, good effort, good hustle to even get a return on that by Cedar Falls as they got out of system on the hit by Johnston. But they were able to recover and just a couple inches out on that line.
And coming right back, Trakta serves that one out of bounds.
That's what you can't do if you're Johnston, obviously. You had an opportunity, and then you give it right back on a side out.
Olivia Bronner will stay home next year. She will play for UNI. She'll trade in the black and red for the purple and gold, and she's serving right now for Cedar Falls. They find the first point, 2-1. Bronner
smothered that ball in the middle there on the block. Sorry for the bad pun, but
we've talked about her serving, but we've also talked about the way she controls the volleyball and the receives. They're right there, right on cue for Bronner. She is Cedar Falls' all-time leader in digs in the entire school history. You talk about, there's a kill from Remmert, who's one of the top killers on this team, the top killer on this team. Remmert finds the kill. But think about all the great players that have come through Cedar Falls, all the great DSs and liberos that have played for Cedar Falls, and right there, Olivia Bronner, she is number one all-time in digs at the school. Remmert keeps that one alive, but Cedar Falls will eventually let it hit the floor. 3-2 is a score in favor of Cedar Falls, but a side out for Johnston.
Well, the early morning start is not affecting the reflexes of either of these teams. Those are some quick reactions right there on both sides of the net.
Swedishev will serve. Remmert will attempt to kill. Swedishev digs it and flexes her muscles. Oh man, that's a pre-point celebration there. Did I see that right?
Substitutes for Cedar Falls.
Swedishev? Did you see that?
Serving for the Tigers.
Well, the whistle blew, and so I think Cedar Falls heard the whistle. They saw that Johnston had been in the net, so I think they kind of saw it before.
Remmert will set this one up across the way.
Another block by the Tigers.
10-foot line. Ava Helming sends it long. Oh, that bounced off the ball girl's head. It went into the net and then on top of the ball girl's head. And it'll be a point for Johnston. Helming with her 6th kill.
Does she have to go through concussion protocol for that?
I'm not sure. Serve coming. Ella Smithson. Battle for it at the net. And kept alive. Remmert over. Trachta will set. Helming with a strike. Now
smothered.
Oh, wow.
Big hit.
Mahi with a great set right to Smothers and back to the middle for Cedar Falls. They wanted to go to the middle. They've stayed in the middle, and they get a kill in the middle.
Smothers playing well here in set 2. A block, couple blocks, now a kill.
Nearly an overpass. This one's blocked.
Again.
And that's going to be a point and a violation. Double hit called against Johnston.
Smothers and Mahi were both there again over on the right side.
Coach Johnson is trying to, he thought the point should have been dead before then. He thought there was a violation on Johnston before the double hit, and he was over there working the officials, but the officials honestly probably can't hear him. It's so loud inside this building. He's trying to, obviously the R2 is right there, but he was trying to have a conversation with the R1. Probably can't hear him. I can hardly hear you, and you're sitting right next to me.
And I'm loud. There's a lift call on Johnston.
7-3 is now the lead. Again, Cedar Falls with an early lead here in set number 2. Trachta, Helming blocked at the net by Cedar Falls. Trachta will set again. Oh, that one taken hard by Remmert, but they keep it alive. I think she's okay with it. It bounces off my face. That's okay as long as they keep the ball alive. Bronner.
Couple great digs by Cedar Falls.
Remmert from the back row. Helming. Again, we're going to have a chance offensively for Cedar Falls. Swedishev dove after that one, but it went a little bit long. She was a little frustrated, and it's now 8-3, and Johnston.
Smothers with her 3rd kill, and again, she's playing very strong net defense as well.
Johnston needs a side out badly here. They're going to go to the middle. This time, Remmert can't keep it alive, and it'll be a point for Johnston. There's the side out that Johnston was looking for. Rasmussen finds the kill in the middle. Substitution, be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. That's Ava Smithson, the senior 5'10 right side, who will come in, and she will serve, gives the ball a slap. That one's going to go over and out, an overpass, plus out of bounds on the receive by Johnston. Back-to-back points for the Dragons. And Smithson will go back to serve once again, 8-5. Serving assignment received. They're going to go to the outside. That one kept alive. Johnston says we didn't block it, so it should have been 4 hits against Cedar Falls. It'll be a point for Johnston anyway. Now it's going to be a 4-hitter.
They do call the 4-hit. Cedar Falls coach is disagreeing with it.
Yes.
So he's going to send his captain, Mahi, over to talk to the head official, and now the officials are going to discuss this.
Now they're all going to get together. This could be a replay. It very well could be a replay here because, well, and if it is, Johnston's going to erupt because Johnston said it was a 4-hit before then because the officials called a block. Cedar Falls touched it for a 4th time. Johnston said, hey, no, we didn't block it. And then they called another 4-hit on Cedar Falls, gave the point to Johnston. The referees will talk about it. It'll be a replay.
Yep,
so they are going to replay.
They're going to replay it.
Johnston.
And Cedar now the Johnson coach doesn't like that at all.
Yeah, no, I figured that because Johnston thought it was 4 hits before then. The official on the far side says, my bad, and it will be a replay. So a replay point, 8-5 will be the score. And it'll be a replay. So good job there by Johnston, or rather for Cedar Falls. It turns into an ace for Johnston either way. They're fired up.
They are. That got them fired up. That could be trouble for Cedar Falls. We'll see.
But a good job, what I was trying to say is good job by Matt Johnson, the head coach for Cedar Falls. He saved his point, initially saved his team a point by being heads up, being aware, having his captain Mahi go over and have that conversation.
Yeah, but then you hate to give up an ace serve right after it. But they answer right back.
Smothers comes right back with a kill.
Substitution for Cedar Falls, number 4, Lauren Vlasic.
Lauren Masick will come in.
Yeah, Vlasic in and Smothers goes out. Vlasic will serve.
And it's sent long. Service error.
Dragon. Substitution for Cedar Falls, number 12, Smothers.
We talked about some of the big players in this match. Well, we didn't talk a lot about Molly Tracta, but Tracta reached 2,000 career assists, 500 digs, and 100 ace serves this season.
Very good setter there for the Johnston Dragons. You see her right there, giving it to Shvedashev. Pancake save by Cedar Falls. We're going to go the other way with Johnston. Rasmussen right down Broadway.
With authority, too, by Rasmussen in the middle. That ball had some smoke, a smoke trail coming off of it.
Josie Punt will serve. Taken by Bronner, set up by Mahi. Good job coming back for Cedar Falls.
Summer Hauser, the junior on the outside, returning with a big hit of her own.
Number 28, Sydney Kinney.
Sydney Kinney is in for Johnston.
Serving for Cedar Falls, number 3, Nielsen.
Nielsen serving. It's going to be a point for Cedar Falls as Rasmussen is called for a lift. So it was blocked and then she lifted it. And it'll be 8-11 in favor of Cedar Falls. They won the first set 26-24, as you see there on the scoreboard in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Oh, that's an ace.
Ace serve. Johnston thought they had a pancake save. No. Ace serve for Mahi. She does it all. We mentioned she had 2 sisters also set for the Cedar Falls Tigers. She is the 3rd setter for Cedar Falls from her family. Tracta back to Mahi. That's going to be a kill for Hannum in the middle. Mahi's Nohea's sister, Taya, she was a state champion setter in 2017. She was also a 3-time All-Stater. It's tough to be an All-State 3 times in your high school career. That one sent out on a block And will be a point for Cedar Falls. Johnston players at first were like, what? And then they're like, oh, yeah. Timeout, Johnston. 14-8 the score. We have more volleyball coming your way next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Cedar Falls we go. Taking on Johnston here in Cedar Rapids. The IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. 14-8 is the score.
Johnston 8.
And the
Cedar
Dragons
Falls looking good right now. Johnston needs to make a run, though. They're down 6. And, you know, in rally point volleyball, every ball is a point. 6 points is tough to overcome. We've seen it happen. It's not impossible, but they just can't afford to make mistakes now.
Trakta to Rasmussen, kept alive by Bronner. That's why she's the school leader in career digs.
Oh, they get it.
And Mahi from the back row. Mahi again, but no, Rasmussen is going to find the kill. Marin Rasmussen has done a great job in the middle here for Johnston. She's one you don't talk about. She's one we don't mention on a consistent basis. But Marin Rasmussen, she'll go back to serve now. We've called her name all morning long, and we're going to continue to. That's going to be in the net. A net violation there for Mahi. I do want to mention the third sister was Halia. Of course, I mentioned Teo, and I want to also mention Halia was the third Mahi setter.
Serve.
Great job there by Mahi to keep that one alive. Not that time, though, as Shvedesev hit that one pretty hard.
Yeah, here come the Dragons. They're breathing fire. They're back within 3, and all the momentum is with the purple right now. They really responded out of the timeout.
That one's in.
Good placement on that one. Right in front of the line there in the back row. Everybody kind of cheated up a little bit for Johnson, and that left the backcourt open.
Halser able to find the kill. We have an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT as Sarah Alba is in to serve. She will serve from the middle, a little bit of a hop step, and the serve over the net. Trakta to Shvedesev. Kept alive by Trakta. Shvedesev says, here, I got it. There's a battle for it. Bronner is going to give it to Remmert. Taken awkwardly by Rasmussen. Shvedesev over the net. Here's Remmert. Long. Good teamwork there by Johnston.
Substitution for Johnston, number 15.
As we'll see Helming come back in. She's a big aspect. It's good to have that part of the rotation back here for Johnston. Helming is a key piece when she plays the outside. Coming for a block right there. I just mentioned it. Got to have Helming in there to help with that block, and she gets a block there. And now a chance offensively for Johnston. Was it tipped? No.
Credit the defense of Cedar Falls, that last return, the hustle.
They changed the point. It's not the tip that Johnston wanted, but they got a net violation on Cedar Falls. So it is a Johnston point, 15-13. They wanted a tip. They did not get a tip. They did get a net violation. And that is Remmert coming back right when Johnston was starting to get some momentum. Cedar Falls comes in and finds a big kill from Remmert.
Yep, you go to your leader, the junior Katie Remmert. 419 kills entering the state tournament. By far the leading hitter for the Tigers. The next closest is Halser at 201 for the season.
That one kept alive. They're going to have to go to the back row. You saw communication there for Cedar Falls. What can they do? Remmert over, blocked. Kept alive, an overpass though. Bronner is there. Can Johnston keep it alive? Yes, they can. Bronner. And that one's going to be in. Right in the middle once again, it's Olivia Smothers.
Her 5th kill of this match so far, playing very strong in the middle. Olivia Smothers.
In that last sequence, early in that last sequence, you saw Bronner, who's serving now for Cedar Falls there in that libero. You saw her, great job by the slam dunk there from Remmert. But Bronner in the back row, a couple of people didn't realize it was them to get the ball, and Bronner's like, hey, you, the communication. He's always on top of the communication.
Yep, Libero is kind of the quarterback of the team.
Libero and the setter are really the setter on offense, Libero on defense. Those two really help you out. When you have a really good setter like Mahi and a really good libero like Bronner, that's what makes Cedar Falls so good, and they lead 19-13. It's going to be a timeout Johnston before this set gets out of control. 26-24 in the first set, now 19-13 here in the second set. Cedar Falls is looking for a 2-0 lead. We'll find out if they can do it next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
You're by yourself?
Back here in Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. 19-13 is the score in favor of the Cedar Falls Tigers. That Johnston Dragons team you see on your screen right there, Coach Rick Brooks giving a clap. Hey, let's go, girls, as he is giving them words of instruction. The two assistant coaches you see there in the bottom left hand of your screen, they are both Johnston alums. Both of them played for Johnston, and both of them played here in the state tournament. Actually, both of them played in the state championship game. Johnston, the runners-up, and the state champions in 2008 and 2007.
Communication breakdown there by Johnston. They got the first hit on the serve receive. Everybody kind of stood and watched. Nobody picked it up. Got to communicate.
Trakta, Helmeen, that's in. They wanted a lift call. It is going to be a lift call.
They got the call. All right,
so it will be a lift call.
So now, a lot of times first 1 to 20 ends up on top. Cedar Falls now 21-13. At this point, it's Johnston's got to outscore them 12-4 to even this up.
And you got to start somewhere, and there's a kill for the Dragons.
Yeah, you can only do it 1 point at a time, obviously. And that's one. 11 more to go.
Shvedashev will serve. And that one's sent long.
Good call last second there by that back line of Cedar Falls. That is always so tough. Do I play it? Do I not? Sometimes it bites you, but they made the right call there.
In to serve is Nielsen. She's an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Helming, no. Allball was able to save that one. That's in. There's a kill for the Johnston Dragons right in the back line. And I think Josie Punt with the kill. I think Cedar Falls players thought it was out, but Coach Johnson looks at them and said, no, it was in, girls.
Regroup. Forget about it. That ball's done. Let's play this ball.
And obviously Cedar Falls not in a big rush right now because they can give Johnston, there's a kill for Remmert. They can give Johnston 3 or 4 points to their 1, and they're still going to beat them 25.
Yeah, that was nice placement by Remmert there. Cross court, which is tough to do, right in the corner.
And she will go back to serve now for the Tigers. Sent long. 23-26 is the score.
That's all right. You still have a 7-point lead here.
Ankeny Pleasant Valley is leading Ankeny 29-28 in set number 2. That serve is into the net, and Cedar Falls has set point coming, 24-16.
Yeah, we've got a crazy battle going on over there on court 2.
Yes, Pleasant Valley leading 29-28. They thought they just won it, The official said it was a good pancake serve for Ankeny, and Ankeny ties it at 29-all. We've got a big one here, though, as well, as Johnston will continue 24-17. Pleasant Valley thought they had the win over there, but it was a pancake save for Ankeny, and that could have kept their season going. They trail 1-0. They don't want Pleasant Valley to get ahead 2-0. Same thing here. Johnston doesn't want Cedar Falls to get ahead 2-0.
Big block.
And it's kept alive, 24-18.
Big block in the middle there for Johnston.
Still a long ways to go, though, for Johnston. They need 6 more points in a row. Mahi will set. Will this be it? It will. 25-18, the final in set 2. We have played 2 sets. Cedar Falls is 1 set away from the state semifinals. Johnston will need a big comeback. They need 3, 4, and 5 to put themselves back in the semifinals for the first time in over a decade. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
Wakey, wakey. New coffee at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey. Ooh, new breakfast at Casey's. Huh? Hey! Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast, featuring delicious on-the-go sandwiches like the signature handheld wrapped in our made-from-scratch dough. And get a new bean-to-cup coffee for just $1 with your hot breakfast purchase.
Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast.
Back here to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, as they're trying, the Cedar Falls student section trying to get the wave started once again. It kind of made it all the way around, not really. We joined in though.
Now it's going to go.
Yeah, there we go. We were able to join in as well. It's a lot of fun. Cedar Rapids, the home of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, and one of the other cool things about this championships is the merchandise. Always some great merchandise that we have here at the IGHSAU. You can find it at IGHSAU.org. You can also scan the QR code that's flashing up on your screen right now. Scan that QR code or go to IGHSAU.org to pick up and customize your great merchandise today. Well, for Johnston, they do not want their state tournament road to end here, and if they don't, they have to win the next 3 sets, but Cedar Falls starts off on the right foot. That's going to be another kill for Katie Remmert. She ups up to 9 kills on the afternoon. And Bronner will serve.
Nice block by Cedar Rapids. Or Cedar Falls, excuse me.
Remmert blocked by Johnston. Mahi sent long. That's Van Dyke on the other side. It's going to be a point in the net. Net violation on Johnston. So it will be a point for Cedar Falls. The attack was sent long, but a net violation called on Johnston. And it will be now 2-0. Remmert over, and that's tapped.
Soft tip.
Yeah.
Up and down, right over top of the blockers. Perfectly done by Remmert on the left side. Remmert having a great match. 8 kills now.
3-0 is the score for Cedar Falls. They are in control right now, but do not count out Johnston when you have the likes of Shvedashev.
Smothers and Van Dyke tried to block that one over on the right side, but it went off of them.
And Shvedashev will go back to serve. There's a block. Did that hit the line? It did.
Landed right on the line.
Yeah, I thought so too. Great job by our line judge on the far side. Was able to catch the same. Shvedashev will serve once again. Johnston back to within 2. Remmert not able to finish the job. Great job in the back row by the Johnston Dragons. Again, Johnston, Rasmussen. They'll keep it alive. Helming with a strike. Rasmussen from the back row. Punt. Finishes it for Johnston.
Good reaction there by Johnston after Cedar Falls had blocked it back to him on the left side. They sent it over, on their right side, they sent it over to their left side, and they were able to get it through.
Shvedashev forgot that she was the one that was serving as they gave the ball to Rasmussen, and Rasmussen said, I'm not serving. And they had to let Shvedashev know that she is still serving. Doing such a great job. And that time, it'll be a point for Cedar Falls.
That's a tough break for Johnston. I think they had the defense set up right there in the backcourt, but she tripped and fell over her teammate. That left the floor open.
Here's a serve coming. A chance for Remmert. Long. But a net violation on Johnston will give the point to the Tigers.
That's twice that Cedar Falls sent a ball long. Would have been a Johnston point, and instead the Tigers get it on a net violation.
That's the difference in the game right now.
Yeah, you can't afford that when you're down 2-0.
And that one right down Broadway. An absolute smash by Raymond. Maeve Raymond able to find the kill there. This will be Ella Smithson, this 5'7" libero. She's a sophomore. We'll see more and more of her over the next couple of years, I'm sure, here in Cedar Rapids with this Johnston team that have some young pieces that will be coming back. And there's Helming with a kill.
15, Ava Helming.
And it's now 5-5. Smithson will serve once again. Bronner, the UNI recruit, will stay home in Cedar Falls. That one's blocked by Rasmussen. A kick save opportunity for Remmert, just not able to get it up. You are able to kick the volleyball. Some people always question that.
Last night I was doing a match over on court 2, one of the semifinals, I think in 1A, and a girl got away with a kick. She actually kicked it with her toe back up, and they played it. Nobody saw it.
Yep. Rasmussen.
Nice block. Smothers there again.
Block. Point Tigers.
And a block for Cedar Falls as after Rasmussen hits that one. Remmert will serve. Rasmussen, battle for it at the net. Won by the height of Cedar Falls' middle, Olivia Smothers in the middle, able to send that one straight to the floor, the two-handed slam. It's now 7-6. Dragons have made a little bit of a run, but still a 1-point lead here for the Cedar Falls Tigers. 6
kills in the middle now for Smothers.
And Remmert sends that one long. We are tied at 7. 26-24, 25-18 in the first 2 sets. That's an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com as Johnston will bring in Ava Smithson. So Ella Smithson served the last rotation. Now Ava Smithson. Remmert. Ooh, over the head. They're going to get her for a lift. They do.
Yeah. She disagrees. It was close. It was a good reaction. Nice return, but they get her on the lift.
The Johnston
She's questioning it.
Student section not happy with the call. And that one's going to be sent long by Cedar Falls. It'll be a point for the Dragons, and we're tied again at 8.
So really right now the Tigers are keeping Johnston in this set with some errors. Got to eliminate those errors, get back to your game, see if they can get the sweep.
That one's in the antenna. It will be a point for Johnston. Here come the Dragons. They lead 9-8.
Yeah, now they're in front. See what the Dragons can do with the lead here. Cedar Falls has given them 3 or 4 points though in this set.
Here's a chance for Johnston. Yes! Great job there by Shavita.
Once again, Cedar Falls disagrees. Katie Remmert strongly showing her dislike of that call. She thought it was out.
That one is long on the service error, and the Tigers are back to within 1. We have a substitution for Cedar Falls. Number 9 is Devin Van Dyke. She will be an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Here's the setter, Mahi, who will serve. Kept alive by the Dragons. I don't know how, but they do.
Wow.
Mahi will set to the outside. Can Cedar Falls finish it? No.
That is tough to play. Serves off the net like that.
Van Dyke with the kill for Cedar Falls. We are tied at 10.
Number 9, Devin Van Dyke with the kill for the Tigers.
Mahi will serve.
Mahi serving.
And it'll be a point for Cedar Falls. Mahi will continue to serve.
Again, skim the net. Joust to the net. Cedar Falls gets the point.
Yeah, here comes Cedar Falls after falling behind for very few times have they fallen behind in this match. They fall behind here in set 3, but are now back ahead by 2. Mahi serves. Vitashev
Great
blocked.
net play.
But a net violation against the Tigers.
Oh, man. That wipes out some great net play there by Cedar Falls. They blocked 2 straight balls, got it down, but they were in the net.
Rasmussen kept alive. Is that going to be in? It is. A pancake attempt by Remmert, unable to get it.
Remmert laying out for that one, but couldn't get underneath of it. Tied up.
Here's a chance for Johnston. Point coming for Cedar Falls. Double hit again. Johnston. The Johnston crowd above us disagrees.
Well, the Cedar Falls players called it. Both floor officials called it.
And a serve coming for Alba. Block kept alive by Johnston, but out.
Well, that block is really getting strong for Cedar Falls on the right side. They're getting a hand on just about every ball that comes across the net.
Johnston looking for a side out. Alba will look to continue to bring the lead. It's only a 2-point lead, but Cedar Falls had to come back from trailing by 2, so it's a 4-point swing right now for the Cedar Falls Tigers over Johnston. Again, sent long, and I think we're going to get a timeout here from Johnston.
Well, in that time, you know, they did what they needed to do there. They've been trying to pound the ball through, and the block's there. This time they let the block get up, and then she switched direction and just tapped it over.
And they needed that side out as Alba sends it into the net, but still turns into a 2-point lead for Cedar Falls in this, what could be a decisive set 3 in this Class 5A semifinal. Trachta will serve. Johnston, Trachta. Helming kills it. Back to within 1 is Johnston now, 15-14.
Number 15, Helming.
Bronner. They will find a nice dig. They give it to Remmert, and Remmert kills it. She's had a great day so far hitting for Cedar Falls.
10 kills in this match.
Hitting over 200. And it's going to be a point for Johnston. You can't hit it on the carpet. Once you're off the hardwood, you are out of bounds here, because that's where a normal gym wall would be. So yes, you can go into the carpet and you can hit it, but once you're on that carpet, you're out of bounds here at the U.S. Cellular Center, the Powerhouse. First time I've done that all week.
Used to be the Five Seasons Center, then it went to U.S. Cellular Center. Now it's the Alliant Energy Powerhouse.
Yep. Timeout Johnston, 18-14 is the score. Cedar Falls closing in on another championship appearance.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, it's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Powered by Mid-American Energy, and we are inside the powerhouse of Alliant Energy. Bronner will serve for Cedar Falls, who leads 18-14 over the Johnston Dragons, 26-24 here in set number 1, 25-18 in set number 2. And now we're in set number 3. Johnston needs a very large comeback, because not only do they have to come back here in set 3, they also have to win 3 straight matches. In the middles, who else than Smothers?
Yeah, Smothers has played very strong in this match for the Tigers. That is her 7th kill, but her defense has been tremendous at the net today.
Bronner will serve. Ace serve for Olivia Bronner.
You can kind of see the air just coming out of Johnston now, point by point. They need a side out, and they need to get rolling. And
there's one.
There's your side out now. You're down 5. Cedar Falls is at 20. They've got to score at least 3 here, I think.
They need a lot of points. They need to score 10 to Cedar Falls' 3. Point Johnston.
There's one.
Double hit. Yeah, they need 10 to Cedar Falls' 3. Now they need 9 to Cedar Falls' 3 in order to win set number 3, or at least that they can get it to 24-24 and they can get it to extras, but to win it 25-23 or at 25, they would need to now outscore them 9-2.
Point Dragons.
Substitution.
Cedar Falls, number 3, Lainey Nielsen.
As Nielsen is in to serve.
Correction, Point Tigers.
Trachta sets it up. Helming, good dig by Bronner. Here's Remmert. Point Johnston, 21-17. They're still here. They're still fighting.
Yeah, they've scored a couple straight here. Like I said, I think they needed to score at least 3 in this run before giving it back. Obviously, they'd like to score more than 3, but I was just saying they needed to score 3 to get back in this. Only be down a couple. So far, so good.
There's the chicken wing save for Trachta. Can Remmert help send her team? Not that time she can't.
Great recovery by Johnston.
Rasmussen just shovels it over. Now Johnston will have a chance off offensively. Swedeshev now to Remmert for Cedar Falls. Bronner with a nice save. Smothers in the middle. Point Johnston. 4 hits.
Well, Cedar Falls is arguing that. I don't know what they're arguing, though, because that ball was in the net. It didn't clear the net.
They thought that it was blocked by Johnston, came back, and was a chance for them, another chance for them. The officials say, or agreed with you and thought it was in the net. Smothers. Good save for Johnston. Ella Smithson sent it over. Here's Remmert in the middle.
Wow, Johnston is playing hard right now. They are giving everything they have, digging up balls, flying around the floor.
Point, Cedar Falls. They are 2 points to the 24 mark.
Just about got a pancake dig there. Not quite, but man, credit the hustle of Johnston. They've really stepped it up here. They're now down 4.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Johnston is selling out right now. They are giving every last ounce of energy they have, and that one's going to be sent long. Tigers just 2 points away, which worries me. If Johnston does come back and win this game 3, they're going to be low on energy for 4 and 5, but you can't get to 4 and 5 unless you win 3.
Right.
Remmert will serve. In the middle, Rasmussen blocked. Smothers is there again. Helming, capitalized by Bronner. A chance for Johnston offensively. Rasmussen out, and Cedar Falls is 1 point away from returning to the state semifinals. They were the champions in 2019. They have not been to the state finals since that championship in 2019.
Match point.
Helming kept alive by Cedar Falls. Will Remmert do it? No. Rasmussen, Helming, kept alive by Cedar Falls.
Good job by Smothers, digging it up after the block.
It's over. It's over. It hits the antenna. Cedar Falls is a state finalist for the first time since 2019.
Tigers sweep the Dragons here in the semifinals this morning to start off the day here at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. What a match by Cedar Falls.
26-24, 25-18, 25-18. Let's go downstairs for today's trophy presentation.
In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medallion, a commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Lisa Brinkmeyer and Craig Eden. Congratulations to head coach Rick Brooks and the Dragons from Johnston on an outstanding 2021 volleyball season. Now, Nielsen from Cedar Falls will advance her team to the championship match. Cedar Falls fans, your team will play either Pleasant Valley or Ankeny on Thursday, November 4th at 10 a.m. Fans, as a reminder, you are welcome to greet your team in the box office lobby and the team Westgate area. Thank you.
Back to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. A victory for Cedar Falls. They win in straight sets. And fans, we're going to have the Casey's General Store Player of the Game for you. A couple of players that really have given it their all here for Cedar Falls, but I think one definitely stood above the others when it comes to the Casey's General Store Player of the Game.
I know who my vote is, but go ahead.
Fans, Casey's General Store is proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's Player of the Game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans, making sure there's fresh Casey's pizza, win or lose. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, field discounts, or donations to local schools. There you see it on the screen. Katie Remmert of Cedar Falls is today's Casey's General Store Player of the Game. Remmert had that final kill of the match, hit it in off a block. 16 kills for her today. She got your vote. She gets my vote for sure. She is the Casey's General Store Player of the Game.
Yeah, only a junior as well for Cedar Falls, but she's going to lead them into the finals. She's going to come up big tomorrow, I'm sure, and try to win Cedar Falls another state championship. But 16 kills for the junior Remmert. She did have 4 errors, but she hit 250 for the match, and when they needed her, she came up big.
I will say before we close off the broadcast, congratulations to Johnston on a fantastic season. Coach Brooks there walking across the middle of your screen, carrying the trophy. They were hyped up. They were excited this morning. They knew that their girls, and they definitely, even though they didn't win this one, they proved that they belong here. They belonged in the semifinals, and they gave, even though it was a 3-0, it wasn't a dominating 3-0. It was a pretty good matchup between these two teams. Championship game here in Class 5A will come at 10 a.m. tomorrow on just the one court that will be here in the center when you get back here to watch on our on Iowa Public Television. They do a great job over there.
So Ankeny and Pleasant Valley are playing in the other semifinal right now. They just started set 4.
And Pleasant Valley leads 2-1. So Ankeny needs to win the next 2 sets to send that to a Game 5. If they are able to do that, they are the defending Class 5A champions, and we'll see if they are able to do it. He's Jamie Brockman. We've had a great crew over here producing and on camera. Really appreciate everybody that's helped us out with it. My name is Sarah Nagestall. Again, Cedar Falls onto the state championship for the first time since 2019 when they won the state title. Can they do it again? We'll find out tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm Sarah Nagestall saying good afternoon from Cedar Rapids.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Wakey, wakey. New coffee at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey.
Ooh.
New breakfast at Casey's.
Huh?
Hey! Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast, featuring delicious on-the-go sandwiches like the signature handheld wrapped in our made-from-scratch dough. And get a new bean-to-cup coffee for just $1 with your hot breakfast purchase.
Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
We believe that pride is more than a show of spirit. It's an unending fountain of energy, one that is renewed by those brave enough to dream, innovate, and lead others toward a better tomorrow. With over 100 programs of study and 45 university transferable degree programs, we help the dreamers, innovators, and leaders of the world find a path for their passions.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.